Hello, my name's Louise Ross, and this is the 6th of 10 excerpts that I'll be reading from my Rom-Com novel, Breakfast at Tildy's, The Misadventures Continue. Since her return from Australia, Tildy has been surly and sad over the loss of her mum Beaty from a heart attack. Best friend Issa Rubenstein is worried about Tildy. In the effort to cheer her up, Issa has called upon their friends to gather at Tildy's apartment. The gang. Impromptu get-together. Oh, cripes, I don't believe this. Issa wasn't kidding. I can hear the best friends at the front door. Bugger! Go away, I yell when the knocking gets louder. We're not going anywhere, hun, yells Max in return. And you know that Sunshine has a spare key. Max is referring to last spring when, feeling mortally wounded after one of my dating disasters, I holed up in my apartment for a week, thinking and wallowing and preoccupying myself with cleaning therapy. Because I felt disinclined to answer or return any phone calls, Max and Issa, concerned that I might have done something uncharacteristically self-punishing, turned up one evening and let themselves in with the spare front door key that Sunshine, my neighbour, keeps at her place. They found me in the kitchen. They thought I was doing a Sylvia Plath, but I wasn't. I was up to my waist in the oven, scouring months of caked-on gunk. I hear mumbling and more knocking, but this time on Sunshine's door. Bloody hell, I curse out loud, and stomping to my front door, I open it with an exaggerated gesture of enthusiasm, whereupon I greet the friends with a caustic, "Welcome!" "Ooh, Till, that's some scary-ass bad hair you've got," says Issa, jiggling CG on her hip. "Bad hair aside, we're coming in, girlfriend." The queen of very big hair brushes past me with burly Greg in tow, followed by the GQ-styled husbands of the year, Jeff and Max, who kiss me, a cheek each, as their 2-year-old son, Jax Jr., grumbles fractiously. "Hey, like what's happening?" asks Sunshine, appearing on the landing outside our apartments. My tie-dye, hippy-dippy neighbour has heard the commotion, as well as the knock Max delivered to her door, and not wanting to miss out on a possible party, she's poised, ready to be included. "Hell, why don't you join us, Sunshine?" I say super sardonically. "The more the merrier." Sunshine peers at me quizzically as she glides into my open floor plan apartment, dreadlocks bobbing about on her shoulders like dangling sheep turds. I follow her in. She finds a spot amongst the others, who have made themselves quite at home. Issa and Greg have headed straight into the kitchen to get bowls, utensils and glasses. They reappear and begin playing hostess with the mostess, dishing up Chinese takeout. "Did anyone call Eric?" asks Greg, scooping a big gob of rice into a bowl. "I've spoken to him," I say, gearing up as I think about the emotional calls with my ex-hubby. "I think he's more upset than me about Beaty. But don't call him now. I don't want any more people showing up on my doorstep." "Oh, hun, have a bit of a cry. You'll feel better," says Max, patting my knee. Sunshine spoons food into her mouth, chews vigorously, and before swallowing she speaks. "So, like, dude, how are you feeling this week?" "Well, I'm not going to lie, so why don't you all listen up while I spill my guts," I say, staring back at the faces of my friends who are staring worriedly at me. "This'll help your guts," says Greg paternally, and he passes me a bowl. I put it down, not inclined to eat. "Here's the truth," I say, wringing my hands in my lap. "I feel numb most of the time. Some days I pinch myself just to see if I'm still capable of registering any sensation. I am, and that surprises me, because the rest of the time I don't want to do anything, see anyone, eat anything. Well, not much of anything." Greg stares at my untouched Chinese. "Except the occasional morsel Nikov tempts me with when he turns up every other night after the restaurant closes. And as you can probably smell, I can't even be bothered to shower that often." "You're right, your ski factor is kind of high, girlfriend," says Issa bluntly. "Quit it, babes," pipes in Greg. "That's okay, Greg," I say. "Thing is, all I feel like doing most days is lying on that couch." Sunshine and Jeff shift about uncomfortably on the sofa. "Yeah, where she sleeps all day and sometimes answers my phone calls just so she can hang up on me," says Issa. The friends chuckle. "I think you're depressed," says Max. "I'm not depressed. I'm just sad," I say. Beaty's been gone barely a month, and she killed over so suddenly we didn't even have a chance to get used to the idea of her not being around. Not to mention she and I had sort of not been speaking. Not speaking about what? Asks Rex. About Nickov, I say. What about Nickov? Asks Isa. Oh, water under the bridge now. I start to cry. Doesn't matter what she said or thought, she's not here anymore. Let's open that Chianti, says Jeff nervously, and toast all the dead moms that we love and miss, even though we don't love or miss their disapproval.